Let's bring it in. Doctor.
Doctor.
We got a lot of doctoring to do.
Yeah, it's been a little while.
It has been.
Summer just started, and I mean officially, because it's fucking hot as balls.
It is hot as balls. It's so hot in the buildings we work in, when you put a thermometer upstairs, it melts.
Yeah.
That's how fucking hot it is.
It's, glad we don't have an upstairs, but, you know what I am happy for, those new gloves.
The really thin ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause those, oh man, they make your hands feel so good when you're touching that hot fiber.
Oh, yeah.
We were stripping out one toe. Melted my gloves.
Oh, yeah.
One toe on, it's AS 12K, but.
Yeah, and I love that they, like, are really pushing hard for us to wear those hot sleeves. And they're miserable, and it really triggers my claustrophobia.
It does.
And I'm just like, even though we wear fire retardant coveralls, we have to wear these extra sleeves. Company's fucking stupid, bud.
I've been wearing them for the past, like, year, just because it does get really hot up in that building.
I can understand that with your building, especially.
Yeah, so I just fucking wear them all the time.
Yeah, I hate them.
I do too. Kind of get used to it, and then it's nice too because it keeps my sleeves tight. I don't know. I really fucking hated them the first, like, couple weeks I was wearing them, and then now I just feel weird with that if I don't have them. I'll start going to tie a weft and my sleeves get stuck on the rake. So, yeah. But anyways, work jargon here.
Yeah. Fucking pain and misery. Anyway, we're going to talk about the Las Vegas aliens and the Bayside Mall aliens.
Bayside Mall incident.
You know, what I find interesting about both of these is the descriptions of the aliens themselves are nearly identical.
Yeah.
And these things happen about a year apart.
Yeah.
Pretty close to.
It was like 8 months apart or 9 months apart or something like that.
Yeah, because the Bayside Mall was New Year's Day of 24, and then the Las Vegas one was like April or something. I could totally be wrong on that, of 23.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Either end of April, beginning of March, May.
Somewhere
around there. Springtime. You know what's weird? Is maybe the aliens are just taking tours for all the, you know, tourist sites. Vegas, Miami. They're trying to fucking party, dude.
Yeah. They're trying to go to Vegas. They want to experience gambling.
Yeah, what better time to go to Vegas than May?
It's
what time
not
to go to
super hot.
better time to go to Miami? New Year's. What are you doing for New Year's? Going to Miami, dude.
Welcome to Miami.
Bienvenido a Miami.
Had to dig deep into the annals of history to pull that one out.
Yeah, is it Will Smith?
It is Will Smith.
Yeah.
Will Cuck Smith.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Poor fella.
I kind of feel bad for him, but it's like, what, you're not changing, you're choosing, and you're choosing to be with that terrible person.
Yeah, it seems like it was not a new development either, so, I mean, maybe that's, I don't know.
Yeah, she's always
that
evil.
good.
No.
Oh.
Tupac ruined it.
Jada Pinkett Smith was very super hot, like in Low Down Dirty Shame.
Yeah.
Or just called Shame, I guess.
And set it off.
Set it off. Early 90s Jada Pinkett.
Top tier.
Top tier. Anyways, Bayside Mall. Well, we'll go with the Vegas first. Because it was chronologically
In order.
first.
Yes.
So yeah, late April-ish, 2023. Reports start coming in of a downed craft that landed in some people's backyard in Vegas. And they were seeing these 10-foot tall shadowy creatures.
So it was crazy because you can track the trajectory of this green ball flying through the sky. Mm-hmm. Not only is it caught on like a dozen Ring doorbells, but this cop caught it on his body cam,
right.
And another cop in another part of that town caught it on their body cam. So the timing lines up, like dozens and dozens of cameras saw this green ball just float through the sky, and it landed in the Kenmore's backyard.
Well, it was even reported over multiple states.
Yeah.
So like people in Utah claimed that they saw it, people in Vegas, people in... so it was Utah, Nevada, and somewhere else.
Probably Arizona. Maybe
Arizona, yeah. They claimed that they had seen this green ball of light. And you can see it clearly on the YouTubes, you know.
You know, there was another camera that caught it, and it was the camera of a Tesla. Now, I wasn't able to really, like, delve into it, of, like, the technology that goes into a Tesla's camera. But you can see it very plainly in the outside camera. But there's a different, what do you call it?
Light spectrum
Yeah,
function?
light spectrum. That's what I was looking for. But they change it to a different light spectrum that this camera is capable of, and you can't see it at all.
Really?
Now, so a video I watched, a guy pointed it out, and he's like, it's a thermal camera, so I was looking to see if Teslas have thermal cameras. They don't. Allegedly, they don't have IR cameras either. So I'm not sure what spectrum that was, where you could see everything, just not this giant green flaming ball flying through the sky. It was interesting.
That is interesting.
I still got to figure out, like, what kind of cameras they have, what spectrum of light they actually work in, and see if there's a correlation there.
Now, a green ball of light streaking across the sky at night, although mysterious looking, it's not super uncommon for things like that to happen, just because different types of meteors and even probably perhaps like space junk could burn up and put off different colors just depending on what the material is made out of. Mm-hmm. So if it's like a high density of copper or mercury or something, it might burn a different color than like white light, like you would see like a shooting star or something like that. So it's not super uncommon, just that it would probably be off-settling, maybe, seeing it firsthand.
Well, and you're 100% on the money, because different metals burn different colors.
Right.
Like, look at fireworks. Mm-hmm. Because each one of those colors is indicative of a different metal base.
Phosphorus or iron or magnesium.
Which burns super, super hot, super fast.
You can have blue, green, red. You can have the whole American flag up in the sky in fireworks.
That'd be tight.
Yeah.
Like a Lord of the Rings style firework, but it's like the waving American flag.
Yeah.
We're going to figure out how to do that. I did see a cool firework the other day. It was like a giant Roman candle launcher. It was called the Proton Pack because you held it like this, like a minigun. It was cool.
Have you seen that the dry ice thing blaster at work?
No.
It's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
What's it for?
So it's for like cleaning guitar off of screens and stuff like that. So like the screens you pull off of the fans and stuff on the roof, how they're caked in tar.
Yeah.
You have to bring them down because this thing is like it's hooked up to like a little cart that you fill up with dry ice pellets, little dry ice pellets, and then it literally has this big cannon thing that you hold on to and blast it with the dry ice particles.
I want to get demoted so I can do that
job. So when our line was down, they had us do that, bring some of the screens down so they could test it and make. Cause I guess we've been using it in Spain and France for years, Spain, on that line in Spain, for a long time. Because Lolo said that he's used it before when he worked in Spain. But it was pretty cool. I should have gotten some photos.
I bet it's cool to watch.
Oh yeah, because it just blasts out like fog and little dry ice pellet particles, and it just tears that tar right off of there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, blast it.
I talked Adam into buying one of those backpack vacuums.
Yeah.
So any chance I get, I'm like using it around the ovens, and the whole time I'm like, yeah. So yeah, the green ball, it's seen on dozens of cameras. Some of them even picked up the sound of the impact. Now, my thought is that there's no evidence of a craft, like, at all. So I think if there was aliens, that's what was in the ball. Yeah. And it's probably some kind of, like, plasmatic chamber to keep them safe on the impact.
Like a cocoon type thing?
Yeah. Just kind of like an energy field that they travel down in. But I can't for the life of me understand what the purpose would be unless it was like...
a recon mission?
Or a safe ejection, like their craft was failing or something, so they had to eject.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Safety pod, like an emergency escape pod.
Yeah.
And they just happened to land on this in Vegas. Fuck!
Shit, we missed the mark by like 90 miles. Area 51 is over there.
I don't know, Vegas might be a pretty good place because there's a lot of interesting, strange people, and it's not uncommon just to like walk past aliens and Mario and Yoshi and fucking
you really
Sonic
don't,
the Hedgehog.
You don't bat a fucking eye when you walk through Vegas because you're either going to see like a group of topless women or like street performers or a real alien or some dude taking a shit on the sidewalk. Like it's a common practice. Just don't make eye contact with any of them and you'll be fine. Basically,
you just keep blinders on like this and just walk straight ahead.
And it's sad because when you walk down the strip, like you'll see a lot of that, but it's not as bad as Fremont Street. You get on Fremont Street and it's like, this is gross.
Yeah.
I feel like I need a tetanus shot before I walk in there.
You walk down the street and there's a fucking 10-foot alien flipping those cards at you.
There's just this
naked ladies.
There's a giant alien doing 3-card money on you. He's just like... Fucking.
It was like saying, well, watch me jump over these 10 people's heads.
Free probing for whoever wins. Yeah, it's watching the videos of it though, of like so it was the son, Angel Kenmore. He was like the first one to realize it. Then he gets his brother and his dad and they grab their handguns and they go out there. And you watch the video and the internet is dead certain it's this spot that's the alien, and then there's another view where there's like a backhoe or a front loader, I can't remember, where they think that they can see the other alien. Now, I believe these guys. I believe their story is legit. What the internet points out is like, oh, this is the alien, and then this is the alien from this one. Nah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I couldn't clearly see what they were talking about on the video, but it's very clear that they're concerned about what's back there and they get scared by it because, like you said, all three of them have pistols and they start walking into the backyard on the video anyways. They start walking into the backyard, they go about 10 feet and then retreat because they're scared of what they see.
I don't blame them.
I don't blame them either. I just kind of wish... Now, again, like we've been talking about aliens for a long time now, and it's like, could it be possible that whatever cloaking mechanisms that these aliens could possibly have, or mind control type things, they're seeing what they want them to see, and or not being able to film it because they have this cloaking type shit that, we don't understand?
That's the question I have. If you have this cloaking technology and you don't want to be seen, you're not going to. You assume it's like the version we would think is like the Predator, where he just hits something on his wrist and he's just, boom, invisible, bending light.
Right.
So why would they let themselves be seen, especially by the way of like the one alien that's at the loader, where it's kind of pointed out like this is the shape of where he is. You kind of go, maybe, in which case he's just standing there being all sus and not turning on his cloak.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't really make sense. It would within the vein of like, oh shit, there's humans.
Yeah.
Come on, turn on.
He's like dazed and he's like, oh fuck, they're looking right at me. What was the code again? Shit.
333.
That's my fucking Hulu code, damn it.
What's my PIN number? Oh, yeah, I got it.
What's my birthday again? No, that's not it.
Shit, come on. My boss is going to be so pissed.
Yeah, so I've seen a few versions of that video that are supposedly cleaned up versions and like, but now with AI and shit, it's so hard to believe, like when the new evidence and newly like doctored videos or enhanced videos come out and it's like, how did you enhance it?
Yeah.
Because I've seen some that's like, okay, everybody's looking over here by the loaders, but it's really down here by the fence. And you can see like there's something moving behind, it looks like is moving, there's a wooden fence right there. And it looks like there's something moving behind there, but that looks like totally CGI put together.
So that was the one thing I kept going back and forth, and I really worked on like zooming in and try to figure that out. What I see is the shadows of the people that are moving.
Yeah.
And as much as we've been like ghost hunting in the dark and using flashlights, and you'll see sometimes your shadow doesn't seem to make sense. Because you'll shine a light this way, but you're casting a shadow this way. And that's exactly what I'm seeing. There's not a 10-foot tall alien behind that fence just like, oh shit, they're walking right by me. They don't even see me. And besides, are you going to like walk past and not go, oh, there's a,
Oh, hey,
you want a beer? He's like,
that means Bud Light.
Bud Light. Like, you guys drink Bud Light? Get back in your shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
Now, if he's like, do you have Guinness? Like, yeah, come on in.
The thing about that too is like there's on that video there's multiple light sources too, so it's like the shadows are kind of going all over the place as they move through the yard. But like one kid has a big it's like one of those cylinder light type things that he's carrying. There's a light mounted on, I think it's a cell phone that he's probably recording this on, and so there's different light sources that are casting shadows all over the place. So like every time they move, there's just like shadows dancing across like the walls in the yard in different directions. So it's, if you're not really like trained or like used to looking at stuff in that context, then you're going to see all these shadows and claim that there's, you know, I see this over here, I see that over there. But also, even with a light source like that, or multiple light sources that are moving, every stationary object is going to cast shadows in different directions also. So it's going to be like, yeah, that does look like a person or an object or a being standing back there until you move the light in one direction, and all of a sudden it shifts into like the shadow of the front loader.
Yeah, exactly. So, and it's like I said, as much as we've been ghost hunting and we have multiple light sources moving around, and you'll see a shadow get cast and it catches your attention, then you go, oh, it was this or it was this. Meanwhile, you have a light on each camera, and oftentimes we're using a flashlight too and looking around. It just causes multiple shadows.
Yeah.
So that one I just debunked that right off the bat because it's so simple.
Yeah.
But it, like you said, it is easy for somebody who doesn't often deal with lighting to be confused by that. So I do get it.
Yeah. No, I don't, like you said, I totally believe that they saw something back there and it scared them. I just don't think that there's anything on those videos that like really intrigued me, saying that that's for sure a fucking 10-foot shadow alien.
I've looked at them over and over and over, and I can't discern anything that I would call concrete.
Yeah.
I look at some of the breakdowns and like some of the videos of people like creating the outline, okay, this is where he is or whatever, and I go, maybe, but no. It's not enough for me to definitively say yes.
Yeah.
That is a 10-foot tall alien.
And initially I was like, oh yeah, these guys are faking it because they're trying to like clout chase for YouTube views or something on there. But given now that it's 2026, it's been 3 years now since the incident in their backyard. They haven't really, not that I've seen, tried to like pursue it or put out any other videos pertaining to this same thing or whatever. So that wouldn't make sense for them to try to like monetize off of their experience. So
well, I looked into that.
Genuine.
It's like the son Angel. He did put out like one YouTube video, but that was it.
Yeah.
They never try to like pimp any products or like yeah, I saw this alien.
And he was drinking. He was enjoying spilt caffeinated protein drink.
So I don't buy that there was any clout chase. In fact, the amount of harassment they had to deal with after the fact, definitely, if they were, it definitely like put them off the trail.
Yeah.
So I do believe they were being genuine. I do believe this just happened to them. And when you look at like the setup of the house, so they rent this house, and in the backyard is just this big like gravel field where the owner keeps like
heavy
equipment and extra vehicles, and I think there's like a fifth wheel or something back there. So I think if I were an alien and I was like crash landing, like fuck, I gotta get out of here, this looks like a good spot.
Yeah.
Not in somebody's 20 by 15 grass backyard, this big
open lot,
1 acre lot, you know, where you could probably like get in, get your bearings, and then fuck off.
Especially if you're 10 feet tall, you want to find some things that are a little bit, you know, your size that you can suspectfully look at people from behind, you know?
Yeah. Or you could actually hide behind, like, if you were trying to hide from potential predators or anything, you wouldn't want to land in the grass, you'd want to land in the bushes or in the trees.
Yeah.
Hide.
Which Vegas, there's not many bushes or trees like just naturally in the landscape, so
yeah,
heavy equipment it is.
Heavy equipment.
Tractor trailer.
Well, and it's easy to, you know, think about, oh, there's sounds and shit coming from where the heavy equipment is. It's probably vandals or thieves,
right.
You know. If it wasn't for that pesky fucking giant green ball flying through the sky, probably would have never been seen.
Probably not. And that's the thing too, is like you watch the timeline of the videos that come in, and you see like the police footage from the body cam. So you can see like all these like Ring doorbell cameras, and then you see the police officer's body cam footage of the thing. He's like standing there talking to some other guy.
Yeah. And
then all of a sudden you just see it, and he's like starts pointing at it, telling the guy that he's talking to. I don't know if he was giving him a ticket or what, just like, but he like starts saying, oh, look at that. Yeah. And then like, it's like a half an hour to an hour later that they have this call come in. I would suppose it's a 911 call saying that they have some creatures in the backyard.
It was Angel called.
Yeah.
He's like, I know this is for real, I'm not joking. There's like a 10-foot tall being of some kind.
Yeah, 100% not human.
Yeah, and he's genuinely terrified.
Yeah,
because you could hear it in his voice. Like, if not, he's just a really good actor. We need to put him in movies now.
Yeah,
but I do love that officer saw it and pointed it out, and then like called on the radio for a nearby area partner. Like, hey, did you see this? And then it's a female cop he's talking to, and she's like, "Yep, I'm looking at it right now."
Yeah,
and you can see it in her body cam too.
Yeah. Cut to like an hour later, they have the footage from the body cam of the officer that responded to the call. He goes out to the property, talks to them, asks them what they saw, and he's talking about it with them, and he's like, yeah, I'm genuinely terrified. Yeah. I really don't want to go back there. He ends up going back there, but they black out his footage because they say that it's private property, so you can't like put that on air.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So what those images have on them, we don't know because they won't put it out.
Yeah. So it's between 4 and 6 minutes, depending on like who's telling you about it. but it's 4 to 6 minutes of footage is just blacked out, and they use that like it's about privacy. Okay, so when you allow a cop to come in onto your premises, like, you kind of forgo that right to privacy of video because they have to have their body cam on. So I'm not buying that.
Yeah.
So there's footage of him going through the house and going through their backyard and everything, and like footage of them as people, but we're going to draw the line at this big open gravel field?
Yeah.
No.
The only thing that might make sense to me in that is that if they are renting this place, I don't know if they own it or rent it.
They rent it.
The owner that owns all the shit that's back there doesn't want anybody else to know what he has back there. Like, so, like, people might see it on the internet who are have nefarious, want to steal some shit.
I do understand that, but, wrap this back around here in a minute of, you can still look at Google Images, the satellite view,
true.
and you can see everything that's back there.
True.
My genuine thought is Occam's razor, there is a fucking alien, and the body cam caught footage of it, and that's why they cut that part.
Yeah.
All the rest is just like them joking and laughing and being like, yeah, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
But then there was just a few minutes where he probably actually caught footage of the alien, and the government does what it does.
Yeah. Nothing to see here, folks. There's no 10-foot aliens in Vegas.
We're just cutting this one particular section because of privacy.
Promise it's mostly just crackheads and bums.
Yeah. So the Google Maps thing was like, Angel points out to the cop that there's this big circle in the dirt. It looks like really small pea gravel in the backyard, but that's where the footage ends. But that was kind of debunked because you can look at the Google Images for the satellite view and see that circle's already there beforehand. Now, that could mean anything else. It could mean like this was a predetermined spot. It could just mean there was just a circle in the dirt. It doesn't mean anything one way or the other. What I did find was weird is that there's no footprints near it. So what caused that circle? I don't know. I try not to put too much emphasis on it because it's like, yeah, it could just be from like turning a trailer around or something.
Yeah.
It could just be a trailer hitch or a chain dragging or whatever. All that heavy equipment movement and all that, anything could have caused that.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was kind of like debunked of that being anything, which I get, they probably don't even go back there. Like, there's a fence, there's like the backyard, then a fence, and then this whole lot where all the shit is. Why would they go back there? That's not their stuff anyway.
Especially in Vegas, it's like 1,000,000 degrees. Why the fuck would you want to go outside? Like, I've got a pretty nice backyard. It's pretty cozy, nice grass, and I hardly ever go back there.
Yeah. Plus, why would you go back there if it's like pea gravel and shit?
Yeah.
That just sounds uncomfortable.
Yeah.
There's dust. It's hot.
Yeah, my backyard just has some mosquitoes around, and I'm like looking through the blinds. Fuck, I gotta go out there and cut the grass.
All the fucking yeet you can get. So yeah, I genuinely do believe that they saw this 10-foot tall alien. I really do. What I find more interesting is the things that happened after the fact. Of people driving by in black SUVs.
Really?
In suits and sunglasses. And I can't remember which family member said it, but they got a good look at these people in the SUVs and said that they looked really weird because they had no facial hair, no eyebrows, no eyelashes, no nothing. And it looked like they're wearing wigs. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
And then they would find that there was drones flying over the backyard.
You know what we should do? We should get some suits and a black SUV and then just show up to like anybody that claims that they've seen like fucking alien shit I just drive around menacingly, like staring at the property and shit. Just to give them something else, you know, to report on.
Let's take it a step further. Anywhere there's like a paranormal investigation, like even if it's like out in the woods or something, we're just standing there in suits and shit.
Yeah.
We're wearing sunglasses like aviators, but it's the dead of night. Oh shit. Go to fucking run away, run into a tree because you can't see nothing.
Get some of those like latex masks so we can like switch disguises really quick.
Oh shit. No, we'll just get like the plain latex mask with like no hair on it.
No facial features at all, just like...
Oh man, like Hollow Man?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm in it, dude. That would be top tier trolling.
Yeah.
Like,
we should just like create a whole channel, just We Are the Men in Black.
oh my god. Alright, we're gonna pull it here, we got shit to do. I hate to say it, but it would be so much fun.
Or even just like, we'll like be the Men in Black and then like pull up to somewhere and then start questioning random people on the street to see if they saw anything. You didn't see something in the sky early just about 5 minutes ago, did you? That's right, you haven't seen anything. Click. Flash a light at them.
And they're like, oh god. And then when they like come to, we're just running away. Like, was that supposed to like blank my mind? No, just a distraction.
No, just got a picture of you. Nothing to see here.
So let's see. Cover the cameras, the orbs. Yeah, the Men in Black thing I thought was so interesting.
Yeah, I never heard about that.
Yeah. There was a few different like stories about it, and I was having trouble discerning if it was anecdotal, if it was like just part of the mythos of this story that the internet came up with, but it does seem like it actually came from the family.
Mm.
Like, I don't know if they have a sister or if it was the mom. I'm trying to remember because I've gone through so much stuff in the last few days. But one of them had looked outside, and there was like Men in Black staring through the windows of the house, thinking nobody was home or whatever. But it's like, why would you do that? If you think nobody's home, you can just go in the house.
Yeah, do you think the Men in Black would have better technology than looking through the window?
Yeah. I could see better if I take these aviators off.
Maybe.
Yeah, I thought that was super strange.
Yeah.
The drones flying overhead like days after the thing happened, and Men in Black driving by in black SUVs, not even looking at the road the way they describe it. They're just like,
we should do that.
but really, I gotta have somebody like down low holding the steering wheel. I'm about it, dude.
Yeah.
I'm willing to put the money into this right now.
We are the Men in Black.
We have like a contract with Avis Rentals to just pick up one particular SUV all the time.
We could do it.
We could.
Yeah.
Could. So, I think we covered Las Vegas. Let's switch over to Bayside.
Bayside Mall. Now, I remember seeing this pretty soon after it. I think maybe it was even the next day, like as it was, just barely coming out. And really not believing the story that the official story of like why the police presence was there.
Mm-hmm.
So the video that I saw was mostly, in the beginning, was mostly like all of the parade of cop cars that were going to this incident.
Yeah, it's over 60 cop cars.
Yeah, and so
That's
it's just this huge line of cops coming down the road going to the mall, and it's like, it's concerning on multiple levels, especially looking at it and not knowing what is happening or what is supposedly happening on the video. Now, I did spend a few years in my younger days living in Florida, and I think something like this is probably the only place that this could really take place and nobody really bat an eye at because it's fucking Florida. Florida's weird.
Bananas.
Crazy place. Also, they have, like, I think Dade County, Miami, is, like, one of the highest murder rates per capita in the country.
The ice truck killer, Dexter Morgan.
Yeah, that's why Dexter was filmed there, is because fucking it's super believable that something like this could happen in Florida. They have their own TV show. It's called The First 48.
Yeah.
It's pretty much primarily in, like, Dade County, and then there's another county in, like, Tennessee or somewhere, Atlanta or something.
I could see Atlanta.
Yeah. But the reason why they say they were responding there is because there was a huge fight that was taking place, and there was teenagers that were shooting fireworks that people thought were gunshots happening at the mall, so they did like a code 3 or whatever to all officers respond to this call. Mm-hmm. And so that's what we see is this footage of, like, a parade of cop cars coming down towards the mall.
Which at first seems like a very disproportionate response to kids fighting and fireworks, but when those fireworks are perceived as gunshots, now it becomes an active shooter situation. Right. So I do understand, like, the sheer volume of cops and law enforcement and first responders to show up and things like that. So that part of the story makes sense. And to preface all of this, like, I am still very on the fence. I always have been. Because it's so easy for something that could be logically true to just get blown way out of proportion on the internet, especially in this, like, time period we're in where disclosure and UAPs and all that is very, very prevalent within, like, the zeitgeist of American culture right now, right. Where it's like one person could have just said, yeah, I saw aliens, and then the internet's like wildfire,
yeah.
You know? So I do understand what seems like a disproportionate response, but at the same time, there's not much proof of that. Like, there was some fights that were broken up and some kids that were detained, and there was some youth people were telling their stories to, like, news outlets and shit like that nearby of, like, oh yeah, it was this and this and this, and it still seems kind of sketch.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real. It happened. The problem I have is that, you know, with, like, the popularity of social media and World Star especially, if there's a fight and stupid shit going on like that, there's guaranteed to be a dozen cameras rolling.
Yeah. Filming
the whole thing. But you don't really see a whole lot of it.
Well, I think that's also, to that point, is people were claiming that, like, they got videos of stuff that was happening, and then they claimed that their cell phones got taken by the police.
Yeah.
And which I can see is, like, I witnessed this happening and I caught it on video. Okay, well, I need your phone for evidence, and they're going to take that video and then they're going to hold on to it and not give it back to you because it's evidence. So I can see that happening for that reason, but if they're saying, yeah, I caught aliens on video, not this incident that you're talking about, then it's a totally different thing, I would think. But they can claim whatever they want to, I guess, the police.
Logically, that makes sense. Like, we have to take your phone because we have to log this fight or whatever you caught as evidence. Mm-hmm. Speaking of phone thing, there was a Men in Black part I forgot to touch on where the SUV was driving down the road with the people in it, and Angel was trying to video them to get proof, and his phone glitched out. Forgot about that little note.
Jammer. They got jammed.
They do have jammers. But all the people that are claiming that there was aliens say, I filmed it, but as we were trying to get out, the cops and there was feds there that were taking our phones and deleting our videos and then giving us our phones back. Which I'm like, do you not have iCloud or Dropbox or Google Photos? All my shit gets backed up.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can delete it, but there's 5 other sources where it goes to.
Yeah.
Just because of that.
Unless they have that special technology that wipes it clean.
Very well could be.
They have like a special code.
I would 100% believe that.
Might be the same code that the aliens used to cloak.
shit, what was it again? God damn it.
774?
Oh, fuck. It's an apostrophe, that's right. I got it. There was rumors of Men in Black being at Bayside Mall, too.
There was. Not us. It wasn't us.
It wasn't...
Well, we just talked about that. That was just something I came up just now with. It wasn't us.
Yeah, we're still doing that, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was talks about the same nondescript looking, off-putting, no hair, people wearing sunglasses at night. You would think, and this is tertiary, if you were the Men in Black and it was your job to like keep the secret or subdue witnesses or whatever it is, wouldn't you try to not look like you stand out like a sore fucking thumb?
Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to just look more human, or just get humans to do it instead of, I don't know, whatever the fuck they are, aliens with masks?
Well, yeah, now the Men in Black mythos is so much out in popular culture that, like, you standing there looking like a Men in Black is going to be, like, very conspicuous.
Yeah. A guy with, like, zero hair, blatantly wearing a wig and wearing sunglasses at night. Like, you go, yeah, that guy's probably a fucking alien wearing a mask.
Yeah. I would wear more of a disguise. Maybe like a white blazer with a pink fucking tank top underneath, my sleeves rolled up, Miami Vice style.
I think in this day and age, in Miami specifically, I would dress up like one of these internet alpha males.
Yeah.
Because they all live in fucking Miami.
Tight fucking jeans.
Just
jeans.
white on white.
White on white.
White button-up shirt, white shorts, a really expensive watch, a gaudy, ugly fucking necklace, and bald with a beard.
You didn't see anything, brother.
Just fucking roided out. Give me your fucking phone!
Yeah. It's like I was leaving the mall and then I got attacked by this alpha male. He took my phone.
Fucking Wes Watson came out of nowhere, dude.
And $5,000 out of my account.
He walked up and he was like, "Hey, give me your phone!" And I was like, "Bonk!" Because he's only 5'5".
Is he really?
I think he's like 5'8" or something like that. But, you know, he's 6 feet tall. I don't understand why dudes lie about their height.
Yeah.
It's so gay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, though. I like the...
I mean, if I wasn't 6'2", I'd probably lie about my height, too.
I don't know. I'm kind of going back to the whole Miami Vice thing. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Not because you'd blend in, just because I would want to look cool.
Yeah. They were like, dude, I was running and then I got stopped by Don Johnson on the way out. It was tight.
This guy introduced himself as Agent Tubbs.
I got a picture with him, but then he deleted it.
He posed for it and then deleted it. It's backwards logic, man.
I think he sent it to his phone.
Yeah, probably. And then he posted it on social media and just deleted the person he took the picture with. I got it. So yeah, the overhead footage of the alleged alien walking around in the parking lot. Do you buy that?
I've seen so many different versions. Well, it's the same video, but it's changed in a few different ways on like different YouTube videos, which again is like this disease of people clout chasing on YouTube for views. And it's like, I have the real footage, and it's, you can tell what's different. It's like sometimes it's just flipped and then stretched.
Or played in reverse.
Played in reverse, so it really looks kind of wonky.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're really showing the video, just show the actual video, because you're going to show a video of a person walking around. All the ones that I've seen, even though it does look strange, I don't think that it's outside the normal, like somebody just a couple people walking.
You know, I could honestly go either way on it. Here's my two problems with it. One is that it's taken from far away with a cell phone. So whatever that is, whether it's a person or a fucking 10-foot tall alien, it's so blurry. There's not enough definition for you to tell. The other side is, like you said, all these people are like, oh no, I have the version. And we get watered down with all these different modified versions that we don't even know which one's the original anymore.
Yeah.
So even if it was an alien, you'd be like, I don't know. This guy's showing these facts to make it look like a person, and this guy's showing this angle of it to make it look like an alien, and this guy's going, you're retarded if you believe this, and this guy's going, it has to be aliens, there's no other way. We get so much dilution of information that it's like, I don't even know, dude.
Yeah.
So I look at that and I go, it could be either one. But the way the cop cars are kind of like circled around it, and it paces back and forth, if it was a person, wouldn't they detain them? Wouldn't they be like, hey, there's gunshots going off, get the fuck out of there?
Yeah.
But instead it's just walking back and forth in front of the entrance, which was off-putting.
Yeah. So most of the first-hand accounts of witnesses that were inside the mall.
This is the real meat and potatoes.
This is the meat. That's where, yeah. I think that a lot of that is mostly hearsay. That were people that didn't actually see anything. Like, imagine you're in a mall. All of a sudden you hear this big ruckus come from and this mall is an outdoor mall, so it's
it's a promenade.
Big shopping center that's outdoors. Imagine you're in this big shopping center and you hear this ruckus, people start screaming, and all of a sudden everybody's running in your direction, sprinting in your direction. You don't know what the fuck's going on. We live in this day and age of, we talked about earlier, active shooter situations. It's New Year's. A lot of crazy shit happens in places like this. And the place was packed. Fucking packed. And so all these people start running. Nobody knows what they're running from, especially, the people that were right where it was happening might have heard or seen something, but all these people that are, around 3 or 4 corners over in this section of the mall, all they see is a crowd of people running in their direction, screaming and terrified. So what do? You're like a herd of gazelle.
You're like,
you just turn around and start running.
I don't want to get hit by whatever's over there.
Yeah.
I don't even know or care what it is. I'm out.
And so you hear as somebody runs by and says, there's shadows over there. And then so in your mind, you don't know what they're talking about. The shadows are coming towards them. And so really, if you see a shadow that's growing that looks like it's coming towards you, it's probably not, because they're going towards the light source. Mm-hmm. And the shadow just is growing as they get closer to the light. Yeah. So it looks like it's coming towards you, but it's really going away from you. So they're saying, you hear somebody run past and say that their shadows are coming this way or whatever. And so in your mind, you're getting chased by shadows. It's a 10-foot long shadow that's chasing you. And so you start telling other people there's shadows that are coming, aliens or whatever. And so it's this game of telephone as there's mass panic running through the mall. And so now you have hundreds of people that are saying that there was these shadows that were chasing people through the mall. Could that be possible? Probably.
Very likely. Again, I'm right in the middle. I could go either way with the right piece of evidence. Listening to people's stories, and there's a shocking amount, I should say a shocking lack of stories. There's 3 or 4 prevalent people that talked about what they saw and what they experienced. Everybody else seems very quiet about it, which I find extremely suspect. You're hundreds and hundreds, if not 1,000 people in this mall, this giant open-air mall, and only 4 or 5 people go online and talk about it. And one guy blatantly admitted, I was just trolling. Now, you could easily take the conspiracy route and be like, oh, they got to him, they paid him off, or they threatened him or whatever. I don't know. The guy's story sounded stupid to begin with, so I was so when he came out and was
Shay something?
Yeah, the guy with his hairs up
Yeah.
Goofy looking dude. And then there was another guy who was talking about getting shoes for his nephew. Goes on this whole spiel and talking about it. His story is believable because he tells it from the point of like fear. He's like, yeah, sure, you'll say, oh, I would have turned around and looked. I was scared. I grabbed my nephew, we were running, right? So he tells this like story about seeing the aliens but only glimpsing at them and then just running for his fucking life. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's believable.
Yeah.
Most people would do that. And then there was another guy who talked about seeing them, and he was like trying to record them with his phone, but his phone was glitching out and shit. So I don't know, it's hard because you would think that if it was just this fireworks thing and kids fighting, you would have 50 people at least going, yeah, this is what I saw. But if it was aliens, you would see, again, like 10 or 15 people being like, I 100% saw a non-human creature.
Yeah.
Or two of them. And the one thing I do find interesting is the matching up of different stories, though. It's like they kind of like phased in and out. Mm-hmm. They were almost like portal jumping instead of walking.
Yeah.
And when you would look at them, they would kind of like warble, like mm-hmm. So those things are interesting, but are they just spreading the same story? You know, like they may have been there, but they heard another person tell the story, and it creates bias in your mind, like, oh yeah, that's what I saw.
Right.
That's what I saw. Right. I'm going to perpetuate that.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this story so hard, is like every time there's a believable point, there's something that makes it unbelievable.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm like you, I'm 50-50. I could go either way. What I would really like to see is all of the footage from the mall security cameras, because that was something that the police took for evidence. And as far as I know, I've seen some angles of just people running through the mall from the TV cameras, but like having worked in a department store with like as a security person, just that store alone had like 50 different cameras, mm-hmm. and we could look at pretty much anything in the store at all times, and those cameras were backed up by like a server unit that you could go and backtrack like 60 days, and then that's just what it keeps on file and then deletes one day at a time, like as you go past. But you can go back and like download and save those images if you're trying to find something specific. But they do like delete themselves if you're not looking at them or looking for something in those first 60 days or whatever. And that was in fucking like 2003.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're talking like 20 years ago, and the technology is vastly better.
Yeah.
So you would think an open air mall, there's going to be surveillance of like the walkways in the mall as well as stores, and some of those cameras are going to be pointing outside the store,
yeah,
like into the hall. Where is that footage?
Yeah.
And if, because Miami-Dade's police department was really quick to be like, it wasn't aliens, it was this and that. And then they did it on like a social media and then put an animated alien there, which is the biggest fuck you to me. It's just like the Phoenix Lights. Yeah, with the alien guy walking out. Yeah. Like, tell me you think we're stupid without telling me you think we're stupid.
Right.
You know? But it is really as simple to me as like, if you want to debunk this whole thing, show the footage of the fights and the fireworks.
Yeah.
Show this thing happening, and then people will just stop questioning the alien narrative.
Yeah. And I get that, like, they can't really release those images until the trial has already happened, because it's evidence, and they don't want to, like, if there's going to be a trial, they can't put out the evidence and let everybody see it, so that, like, if it goes to trial and they have a jury, so all these people have already seen the video and came to their own conclusions before the trial happens. Mm-hmm. That's why they hold on to evidence and not let it out, so that they can, like, do thorough investigations and show, what they have and what they give the evidence to people that without a bias. So I understand that, but I would assume that by now the trial is probably already taken, or charges have already been pressed, and people are probably already serving time, or I don't know what people got charged with, but like, as of now, you could probably put out the footage.
Oh, easily.
I'm sure they say, oh yeah, we just got rid of it because there was nothing there. But,
yeah. Well, and even there was reports about cops and, their full-on TAC gear, SWAT, I'm guessing, going in and like trying to confront these aliens. Do they have body cam footage? Do any of the other cops have body cam footage? It's just, that is the number one factor I have, is the lack of footage. On everybody's behalf. Everybody's got a camera in their pocket. You have probably hundreds of cameras throughout the mall. And then if you have 60 cop cars, and you've got probably 60 body cams right there. How come we haven't seen much for either side? That's the biggest tell that to me that there's something more than the story we have. And I'm not saying it's aliens, but I'm not saying it's just kids fighting and shooting fireworks.
Yeah. Maybe the job that we have to do as Men in Black is track down some of these cops that actually went in and get their stories firsthand. We'll black out your face. We'll use a pseudonym. We just want the real story.
Yeah, we'll put your name as like Cop McCoppy.
Yeah.
Or, we can even put detective or sergeant in front of it if you want, make you feel better.
Detective McPiggleson.
Piggleson. I wouldn't trust him to tell the truth anyway.
Yeah, either way, it'd be a good story.
It would be.
Especially coming from a Man in Black. You be the Man in Black, I'll be the cop.
Oh, fucking hey. We're just going to manufacture our own outcome for this story.
Yeah. Everybody else is doing it.
And we'll be the first one to respond to it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we have the real story here.
Then we can interview both of them, us, on the show. And it'll be like us asking the questions, and then we'll switch and then like do the answers.
It'll be like Clark Kent doing an interview of Superman for the Daily Planet.
Right.
Nailed it. Fucking A. Dude. You know what? We're just going to destroy everything. Let's go back to Dyatlov. I was there.
Men in Black burn the world.
Somebody's going to steal that. It's probably going to be the government.
Probably. Shadow band.
They're going to be like, dude, that's a great idea. We've been disinforming wrong this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be a good name for a band. Shadow band. And then you just like all your songs are about conspiracy theories.
Yeah. First album's called Disinformation.
Yeah.
I dig it.
Let's get Suno working on this album.
Yeah. Lord knows I ain't gonna fucking do it. So yeah, what's one thing that you would need to see to just be swung in one direction or the other?
A video from a credible source that is like an undoctored edit of like undoctored video of like from one of the CCTV cameras or like one of the body cam footage videos of an actual subject or actual alien or the fight.
Yeah, and I think the source itself is the important part, is like if they have an existing YouTube or social media presence that perpetuates anything by itself within reason. If you post like an alien video and you're constantly perpetuating conspiracy theories and UAP stuff, like I'm probably going to discredit you.
Yeah, so we can't come out with any evidence here on the show.
That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Really, because I've thought about this, especially with like the paranormal stuff, that if we were to catch actual paranormal activity and then post it, people are probably going to just be like, it's fake, whatever. These guys talk about this shit all the time, but I think anybody who knows us or has an understanding of our knowledge and our seeking of information and seeking of truth would be like, yeah, that's legit.
Yeah.
Those guys would never post anything that's bullshit.
Yeah, we talk about posting bullshit all the time, but we don't really. I mean, some of the stuff that we talk about is pure conjecture, for sure, but that's the fun part of it. But we wouldn't really try to push a narrative of something that we know to be fake.
No. I was thinking about this the other day, because this is an entertainment show.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of information, but it's put through our own lens and the way we see it and the way we discuss it. If you're listening to this show trying to learn something, you're in the wrong place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is like literally the conversations that you and I have without cameras. We just do it on camera.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I would say this show might be a place to start. Like, you've never heard something before, or you've never, like, we're going to give the bare minimum of what we've come to understand by research. It might be something, just a doorway for you to look into something that intrigues you a little more, and then you become the expert on it.
yeah.
You could learn an idea from this show for sure. But if you are taking anything that we say to be 100% fact, don't do that.
Yeah, like there are very few times we spout legitimate facts, like you are breathing oxygen right now. That's a real fact. There's aliens at the Bayside Mall. Not a fact.
Not a fact.
Well, not a provable fact
yeah.
From our perspective. I would have loved to have been there.
Me too. It would. I don't blame people for being scared, and I think that might be one of those things that people are making up stories or making it into something bigger than it really was, because people might not want to come out and say that, yeah, I was terrified, I didn't know what was going on, I just started running because everybody else was running. And it's like, well, I was running because there was aliens, for sure.
Yeah.
Not because I saw some lady running past me, so I was like, fuck it, I'm out.
I saw people screaming and running, and my fight or flight kicked over, and I went into flight.
Yeah, I'm not going to be one of those guys that gets shot because I was standing there.
Yeah, it's like, it's so easy to be a telephone tough guy and be like, I would have stayed, I would have filmed them, and I would have put it out, and I would have done it. Like, sure, bud.
Yeah.
Come on, Rambo.
Yeah.
There is a slight difference with some people. Like, I try to think about how I would genuinely react in that situation to try to like understand the people that are running, especially the people who are running without even knowing what's going on. And from like one part of my mind goes, well, I conceal carry, and it is like not just to protect me but to protect other people. So in the event that there's a shooting, there is a chance I'm either going to hold my ground or try to pursue to, if there's an active shooter, I might be able to stop him. Mm-hmm. Just like that dude in the mall years ago took like that fucking 30-yard shot with a Glock with no sights and got a headshot and killed that active shooter.
Yeah.
Like, we're dudes. We all secretly think about being the John McClane of the situation, mm-hmm. right? It's just part of our DNA. So there's a little part of me that does that. And then there's a little part of me that goes, if there's aliens, there's really... all the stories about aliens, they're kind of benevolent in a way. Like, they're not actively harming humans, so face your fear and go over and try to get a picture of that motherfucker. Yeah. But the realistic part of my human brain goes, I would run.
Yeah, especially... Now, if I knew that if it was like... I was there and like I'm hiding behind a sign because all these people are running past and somebody stops and starts hiding there, like, dude, what the fuck is over there? It's an alien. For reals?
No way, dude.
What are they doing? They killing people? No, they were just standing there. Fuck it, dude. Hey, I'm Dave. Over here. Can I get a selfie real quick?
Do you want to divulge some secrets of the universe?
I've got this podcast. You want to come on? We'll just talk to you for about 3 hours. Get the secrets of the universe real quick.
Do you want to get an Orange Julius?
We're here at the mall.
They got some Sbarro?
Get some samples from the teriyaki chicken place.
Hell yeah, dude. The aliens are like... You're actually pretty cool. Yo, dude, high five. And he's like, you still gotta jump. Fuck.
Miss and fucking squirrel tap him. Oh, my bad, guy.
Shit. Do you actually have genitalia, or you just death ray?
Death ray.
Yeah, it is. Trying to just put it through my own lens of like rational thought, and the ghost hunting stuff has really kind of helped me put it into my own perspective, because there are moments I get scared and my natural reaction is to run. That's what we do. We're humans. Mm-hmm. Well, I have a human brain and a Kryptonian body, so
right.
Different. Not by much. That just means I fly instead of run. But yeah, like having faced some of those situations where you're afraid, but you have to power through because you have a goal. And I get better and better at it as time goes on. But it's like, am I good enough at it that if I saw an alien, I would try to approach it? Probably not right now.
Yeah, it's an exercise in trying to control the fear of the unknown, which is, how do you not be afraid of something that you don't know what it is or don't even understand at all, like, or it's just your imagination running wild and trying to control that fear of, like, I don't know what's going on. So should I leave this place because it's uncomfortable, or getting to a point where you're okay to be uncomfortable, like pushing through that uncomfortable state. Like, it is an exercise that even in ghost hunting you have to kind of overcome that fear of definitely feeling something.
Yeah, feeling something you're not used to feeling.
Not a natural feeling, yeah.
Well, it's like from this very simple, rational standpoint I have right now, where I'm not in any danger whatsoever, I think about it in terms of, like, I could rationalize it in the moment. Mm-hmm. You know what's actually scarier than the aliens is what happens to you after. Like, if you go up and approach the alien and talk to them, and everything's hunky-dory, and they fuck off and go wherever they're going, and you try to leave them all, now you're nabbed by fucking men in black, and who knows what's going to happen to you.
Yeah.
That's the scarier part. It's not what the aliens would do, it's what the humans trying to control the narrative would do.
Right. Now you end up in a mental institution for the rest of your life as a sane person, saying that you've seen aliens and you actually really have. That would suck. Or you just have to lie for the rest of your life.
Yeah, or like we've talked about, everybody has a price, and it's not always money. It's going to be like, hey, you're going to keep the secret, or we're going to kill your kids. Yeah. And then it's, fuck, I'll keep the secret. Yeah. You know. And if I ever see you outside of this fucking room, I'm going to beat the dog shit out of you for threatening my children. Yeah. But yeah, it's what you just said a minute ago was being afraid of something that's unknown. Reminds me of the movie I watched, Disclosure Day, where, this isn't a huge spoiler, but you've seen the scene in the trailer where Emily Blunt's character is like doing the weather report, and she starts doing a... Yeah. So in the movie, there's another character that sees that and interprets what she's saying. He doesn't hear it as like clicks or guttural sounds. He hears what she's saying in English. He interprets it. And the phrase is, don't be afraid of what you don't know.
Didn't even know that. That was one of those things that was unknown to me. I just...
What do you really know about the aliens? I feel like
I've
you're
been talking to
leading me on.
Spielberg here and there, and he's disclosed information that he's been given over the years. So
yeah, I'm really excited to do that one.
Yeah.
So we had to do this one first. This was more important. So I think we can kind of bring it back around. Men in Black and both scenes. There's still a conspiracy with the Bayside Mall. Mm-hmm. To me, it's not one way or the other, and we'll probably never really know the truth.
Not at this point. At this point, any evidence that would come out has had time to be doctored so heavily that it can't be really, like, seen as authentic. From my perspective anyways.
Yeah. that was the hard part I had. Like, when that incident happened, my first instinct was, oh, we got to do an episode about it. But then I thought, you know, let's let it simmer. Because I think when it happened, we, like, talked about it or shared some videos or something. But to me, it was more important to let it simmer and give time for anything else to come out. Because sometimes people will come out later and just be like, this is what really happened, this is what I saw, or whatever. None of that's really happened.
Yeah.
But the way it kept popping up in, like, my YouTube feed and stuff, or even on TikTok, was like, fuck. I feel like we got to cover this.
Yeah, well, that's what that lady, when I was watching that video when I first got here, she was talking about both that incident, the Miami Mall incident, and the Vegas incident, but she was saying that she's been seeing these beings and has been in contact with these beings for the past, like, 4 years now, and she was like, they're really here, they're in our atmosphere. It really kicked off during COVID. That's why everything was locked down, and because they're in our atmosphere, and part of it was changing the mRNA in humans' bodies by getting these injections. Really kooky shit, but it was interesting.
As many things as we've talked about over the years and these different conspiracies and rabbit holes we've gone down, I don't think any of it sounds kooky anymore.
No.
I just think the only thing that separates it into Kookyville is finding the one thread that ties it to something else.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And this whole getting the shots and changing our mRNA and all that makes sense. Because the whole, like, yeah, let's destroy the world economy and thousands and thousands of people are going to kill themselves, and then all these other people are going to lose their livelihood, and we're basically just going to destroy the planet.
Yeah.
And create disenchantment and disenfranchisement with government officials and leadership. We're going to do all that because of a virus that really only affects people with, you know, pre-existing conditions. We're just going to do all that just to protect them? No, there's something else much more sinister with COVID.
Yeah, to me, it looked like, even now, it looks like it was more of a, like, a re-grip of control. Like, you're just, like, changing your hand movement, or you're losing your grip, and so you have to, like, reestablish your firm grip on control. It's
kind of like holding this can like this and then going.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
Because they fucked us over for nothing. Anyway, I don't want to go too into the weeds about COVID.
Yeah, I don't want to get banned again.
Don't want to get any more strikes.
Yeah.
God forbid we have real freedom of speech.
Yeah, look for the hit single Disclosure by Shadow Band. Out now at all your popular CD stores that are no longer.
Gray Whale.
Yeah.
That's about it. It's Gray Whale. So yeah, I don't think we solved anything, but I do think there's enough light to be shed on it with this conversation that kind of shows, like, don't blink.
Yeah.
There's always more to be looked at, but there's enough disinformation out there that you have to use your own discernment to cut through it.
Yeah. Keep your eyes open. If you see a black SUV driving around with some shady looking characters in there, you probably have seen aliens, and they're going to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I mean, I need you to watch Disclosure Day, because there's a lot we got to talk about with that movie. It was kind of funny, like, having studied for this for the last week or whatever, and then watching that movie and kind of, like, watching everything funnel together in a way. It's really got my mind going a lot.
Yeah.
So this morning it's been hard to, like, focus on it, even though I'm, like, watching videos since, like, 7 in the morning to just make sure I'm sharp. And then it comes time and I'm like, fuck, I'm still thinking about this fucking movie. That's crazy.
Yeah, I wanted to go see it. I was trying to go see it last night, but it was busy doing other things.
I'm going to be honest with you, as far as movies go, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
You can tell it's very in the vein of, like, E.T. in a way, but it's like E.T. with adults, which is not entertaining. So yeah, it's like 2 hours and 20 minutes, and there's a lot of like, yeah, you could cut this out. You started that plot line that went nowhere. Cut that out. Cut that out. Cut that out. Let's get this bitch down to an hour and a half, and let's punch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe a joke or two wouldn't hurt, because there's like no jokes. It's not funny like at all. There was one scene that Deacon and I were laughing at because there was like a video of these military guys escorting these little aliens into a tent, and the way they walk was the stupidest shit I've ever seen. Anyway, I'm gonna lay off of it. But yeah, Las Vegas, there was definitely aliens. Bayside, maybe.
And we will be doing an episode on Disclosure Day. We're going to talk about Spielberg and the many movies that he's done concerning aliens.
The Spielberg conspiracy.
Yeah.
We'll call it.
So look for that. Stay tuned for that.
Stay tuned. Let's pull it there, Doctor.
Doctor.
Later, Tater.
Bye.